Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Landric Plays. So I'm playing a little bit more Banished today, and at the end of last episode I said I was probably going to start a new little forest community thing over here. So I've ghosted all of that out, or rather I've sort of put some plans and then paused them. I'm not going to unpause everything at once, just because we've only got a couple of builders, but I've got a storage barn, a hunter, a gatherer's hut, a woodcutter, all of that kind of thing. Basically exactly the same pattern as what we've got here. And I'm going to put down a road going right the way through it. So where's the end of this? Here. Cool, so we'll put a road going up through the middle here. And then we'll have it join here somewhere. So I think I'll have it going up sort of like this. And then... Ooh. So, I think one of our first people has died of old age. That's a sad time, but it means that we've been here for quite a while now, which is in a sense a cause for celebration. There we go. They were one of the first settlers of this land. Where are we? I'm looking for the... There we go. That'll do. And then I'll have it join up something like this. Tell you what, I'll have one end that goes sort of even closer this way, and one that sort of joins up there later. And I think what else I'm going to do is I'm even going to put down a plan to have a market down here. So we're going to have sort of almost symmetrical thing. We're going to have sort of forest community, market, and then another market over here. So this will cover this area, so I'll pop that just here. So it'll overlap a little bit, but you know, there's no harm in that. In fact, if I move it so it overlaps a little bit more, it'll even catch some of those houses just there. Yeah, and we'll worry about how this affects everything later. Pause that. Because either we can sort of put down houses all the way out to up here, which will sort of hamper the productivity of this, or we can just sort of waste some of the market zone, if you like, and I think we'll probably do that. But we don't have to worry about it right now. It'll be fine to leave that for later. Oh, so we're at the firewood cap again. In fact, we've got enough logs. Let's raise that and put some firewood in here. It's late summer, so we haven't got infinite time until winter, but we haven't had any problems with firewood yet, so I think we're okay. Get that out of our way. What's the range of this? That's a bit of a shame. So I'd like to put a house just here, so our miners have less far to walk, or our stonemasons, I guess. And you know what? I still might do that, just because. So, I mean, I assume they'll still have to walk all the way over here for their things, just because it's the nearest. Their nearest sort of stockpile, I guess. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. It's too early in the morning to be doing this, really. There. But yeah, I'll just put a house right here if I can. Nope, I can't. Okay, it'll have to go here. Oh, that looks slightly awkward. Ah, alright, fine. Can I just scooch it anywhere around here that it'll still be inside the... Nope, alright, fine. Fine, it goes there. So we'll have like the stone cutter's house just here, which means they'll have slightly less far to walk. Hopefully they'll shuffle themselves around properly. So we've had a couple more people become adults. So I think that means our students have been graduating. So we've got... Oh, maybe it only takes 20, the schoolhouse. It certainly looks that way, so we're actually going to need another schoolhouse soon. Interesting. So maybe actually we do want to start building this market relatively soon, and start sort of developing these two in tandem, if you like. There's certainly a lot of resources around here. There's lots of sort of stone lying around that will help get it jump started. I think we might actually have to do that. Well, I say have to. It might be a good idea too. Right, so you've put down that road. You've still got plenty of logs, and we're still in the middle of winter. Fantastic. In that case, yeah, let's start developing some of that. So I don't want to overload our builders by unpausing too many things at once, but you know, if they get done a little bit slower, it's not a problem. So the whole reason we put this down was because we wanted a couple more hides for our coat maker. So I'm going to unpause the hunting cabin and this stone house to start with, and we'll sort of slowly develop all of these as we go. So actually, while I'm here as well, you know what, I'm going to put down some more roads, which is going to take up our builders' valuable time, but I like having things planned out so I know roughly where stuff is going to be. So I'll have a couple of straight roads, and then maybe we'll loop something around like this as well, just to cut off that corner. What else are we going to do? So I'm probably eventually going to put another one of these over here somewhere. So I'm going to... I cleverly left a gap here because I knew I was going to do this. Look at that, planning ahead and everything. And I'll put it somewhere up here. I don't think I'll put the road down yet. And then we can sort of loop it all the way around to here as well. Right, so we'll sort of get that going. In fact, we've got a couple more labourers have graduated as well. So I'll stick them straight into buildering, and then once all that stuff is buildered, then I guess we'll put people to work in these buildings down here. So the we'll need some more gatherers, we'll need some more hunters. You know, we don't actually have any fishermen. Maybe I put down a fisherman just for the sake of argument. Because food variety is good, it keeps your people sort of healthy and happy, and the more food you have, the more you can expand. So fishing docks have this radius around them as well. I'm not 100% sure what that radius is for. Either the idea is the more water in here, the better they produce, or you have to not overlap them with each other. And possibly this. So I'm not actually sure about that. I think it's just the water underneath, but I could be very, very wrong. It's been known to happen. I can't sneak that in there, which is a shame because we've got this bend, so we could get lots and lots of... Ooh, it goes there though. Aha, perfect. And in fact, I don't think we could fit anything else there, so that's... Yeah, let's stick that down there. So yeah, now we need 9 builders and we've only got 4 working, but that's relatively cheap to build, it should go up quite fast. And hey, would you look at that, we have another merchant coming. This is fantastic, I don't think I've got this many in such quick succession, so let's quickly pause that before he leaves. Trade. He's bringing pepper and onions, so basically just raw food goods. So these aren't seeds, we can't plant them, and we've got not that much food actually. So again, that's partly because we're building houses, and it's partly because people are taking stuff from the stockpile and keeping it in their houses. But so we can't trade herbs to the seed merchant, so I don't have to worry about saving these. So I'm going to buy 240 units of food just for my own peace of mind, and I'm going to get all peppers, just because we've got onions from our gatherers, so again, more food variety will be good, and it just gives us a little bit of extra buffer, so let's trade that. We'll go and replenish the herbs, and in fact, where are the herbs? 60. I'm going to put them up to 100. So I've got everything I want from you, yes? Yes, so you're free to go. So these have been cleared, but not built. We've got plenty of logs. I think we're probably struggling on stone a little bit. So I've put down a stockpile here as well. But I don't want to clear cut all of this stuff before the stockpile's done, because otherwise they'll carry it all the way over here and have to carry it all the way back. So we have got another family moved in here, so one of our stonecutters is here. One of the hunters is there as well, which seems an odd choice, but I guess, you know, solving the 2-body problem, one of you is going to have to commute. And you've got some food, not a huge amount of food. Okay, maybe I should give a bit more attention to the food situation. So with that in mind, let's put 2 people there. So again, that's going to help pretty immediately. so will the Gatherer and Hunter down here as well. Obviously we'll need more people to work these, but I think they'll still produce as a surplus. Is this done yet? No. You're actually building this, and you're going all the way over there to build it. Right. So let's cancel this before they put any more of this stone here. I don't want them to bring resources all the way down here when they could just build this. But the Hunter's cabin's nearly done, so we've got... so we have 3 with 2 in each. And we've got plenty of labourers left over actually, so let's max these out, why not? Whoops. There we go. 9 of 9. So you're going to have a little bit of a walk to the stockpile, but there is a barn just here, so you should be able to store things in there, and then hopefully a vendor will bring the hides over to the tailor. So that should work out nicely. You apparently still have keep reaching the log limit, so I'm going to still keep ditching firewood in here. Late autumn, so that's going to go down a little bit, but I'm going to be very comfortable putting this up. So we are going to burn through a lot of our logs very quickly, but that's part of the reason we have these whole little sort of forestry lodges everywhere. We'll get that trickle of wood in, we'll convert it to firewood, and we'll sell it on. So we're going to start building up our economy very nicely. I just want to make sure we don't starve to death in the process. So this is nearly done. Come on, you just got to remove one thing. That looks like you're actually storing logs there already before it's finished. Maybe that's the thing you can do. But I'm still not going to designate all of this stone until this is definitely gone. We technically have too many builders, but as I'm going to start unpausing stuff soon, I think I'm going to keep those there as well. But I might add one extra person to the quarry. We've still got 98% of the stone in there. Let's take a look at the production. So last season we got 21 stone, this season we've got 29. So that's going to slowly trickle stone in as well. Let's have a look at our school. So 9 students. So we've got nearly 40 children now. Obviously some of them are going to graduate as we go, but I think we might even need another school. We might even put it over here, or we might put it down here and sort of start developing this. We might even have 2 in each at some point. So this is done. Are you done yet? It's 0 builders, but this is 92% complete. That's interesting. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll unpause this so they've got at least something to do. And the Gatherer's Hut as well, why not? Just so that they're technically working at full capacity, and maybe this will get done as they go. Maybe it's because these logs are here and they've got nothing to build, so they can't clear that. That would be a bit weird, but, you know, stranger things have happened. Ooh, that was a bit strange. We got sort of a very, very quick frost. So hopefully these logs aren't sort of stuck somehow. We'll leave them to it. We'll see how they get on in a bit. So at the end of the last episode we built a cemetery. I totally forgot about that. And I think we built it just in time because, yeah, we've basically got our first few people dying of old age. One of 112 graves, so we've got plenty of space here. We'll probably put a church next door as well later on. We're getting to the stage where maybe we can build this this town hall as well. So the town hall gives you 2 things. It gives you a bunch of sort of stats about your town, which is good to see sort of overall trends. It also means nomads can show up at your town, which gives you a very, very big influx of population and possibly disease as well. So I'm going to accept that. I don't know if we'll start accepting nomads just yet, because I'm still a little bit iffy about our food situation. Okay, good. So we just stored a bunch, and it's gotten sort of taken out immediately. Which says that we probably want to sort of hold back on our expansion, at least for a little bit. It is going up, though, so I think that's fine. What was I saying? Nomads, yes. So we want lots and lots of free space, so lots and lots of empty houses before the nomads show up and we accept them. So we can build like loads and loads of houses, but they tend to get filled up by your population. The other thing you can do is build a boarding house that looks like this. which is basically somewhere to put people that are homeless temporarily. So if somebody's house burns down, they'll live in there, but you won't get people moving out of their parents' house to go and live in the boarding house. But it's good as sort of like an overflow, like I say, when you get this big influx of nomads and things. Before the nomads come, we might also want to build a hospital, because they'll bring sort of strange and weird new diseases. These are going to take quite a lot of stone as well. So unpausing this may have been a mistake. So we've just dumped 90 stone in this. Okay, and we haven't got any stone or iron now, so yeah. Alright, let's start... we'll collect all of this stone, and we'll collect all of this iron over here. So we've got 5 labourers, that'll give them something to do. Probably our builders are all working as labourers as well. Ooh, we are out of... yeah, we're totally out of iron now, and we don't have a mine, so we're not getting that trickle in. Whoops, so I should have designated that a bit earlier. I could unpause this mine. Ooh, and we got another trader as well. So we could unpause the mine. But we've got loads and loads of iron just lying around. I'm not worried about... Whoa! Okay, whew, I thought it had just gone straight past us. Okay, so let's see what you're offering to trade. So onions, roots, and corn. So more just sort of raw food items. So we don't really need any of these. I'm still tentatively happy with our food situation. So it's sort of going up and down a little bit. I tell you what, I'll buy some corn. Yeah, I'll buy a... No, I don't need that much. See, if I get 25, then I can get 100 corn, right? Yes, maths, good. Oh, we've got stacks of herbs, and we don't really need all that many. So we're still relatively healthy, and that's just from the herbs and the food items. We're going to buy another herbalist later, just so that they... build another herbalist later, just so that our townspeople have less far to walk. But I don't think we need that many herbs in storage, and we still got 161 lying around, so yeah, I'm comfortable trading away a few more. I mean, I could buy all the corn, but the problem is... So I'm going to do that, because I don't want to subsist entirely on trading. I could buy all the food, I could buy loads and loads of extra food. I could have, probably cleared him out. Even just with my herbs, maybe. But I don't want the illusion that I've got loads and loads of food here when I'm not producing enough. So I want to... I'm just going to buy enough so that there definitely aren't any emergencies happening right this second. But otherwise I want to be basically self-sufficient in terms of food, just so I know where things are about to go wrong. So let's see, we've got... good, our vendor's clearing this out. Lovely. So let's see how our fishing is doing. So you generated 400 fish last season, just between 2 of you. That's fantastic. So in fact, actually, you know what? I'm going to up this straight away. So I don't know if that will double our output. So we'll check in a couple more seasons. I reckon it won't double it, but it'll go some way towards increasing it, and we do definitely want to increase. We are now hovering around sort of what I would call maybe the danger zone. So this still hasn't been complete. These obviously haven't, because I've dumped all of the stone into that. That was a mistake. But all of the stone has arrived there now, so it's just the iron they're waiting on. So that's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not worried at all. Of course not. Why would I be worried? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So people are... so we've got 40 children now. We've got 10 students, and only 9 adults. What? That can't be right. Oh! 40 adults, 10 students, 9 children. So I've been reading this backwards the entire way. Did I start doing that last video, or was it just this one? Probably both, I don't know. Anyway, so, okay, we've got... yeah, that makes way more sense, because we've got loads of people doing loads of things. Oh well. Okay, so we've only got 9 children and 10 students, so even if all of these children become students immediately, we've got plenty of space in the schoolhouse. We don't have to worry about expanding so early. Gah, I hope you're not taking this video as advice to play through, because, man, So we've got loads of stone stacking up outside of here as well now, which is good. So we've got 4 people working on it. I'm not up the stone limit because, again, I don't think we ever really need a limit on stone. Town hall is going to be built soon, which is nice. There's this one little bit of iron just here, sort of making. It's going to make the front of the town hall look a little bit ugly. So let's get rid of that. And here we go. Here's the town hall. So suddenly we can see all of the professions. We can see some more stats. So some of it mirrors up here. But we have 17 homes, 23 families, 61 citizens in total, and health and happiness and percent educated. So 54% educated already, that's not bad. 98% clothed. Well, we have plenty of clothes. In fact, that reminds me, let's chuck a couple more in here. Production, we are producing all of these things, so this is how much we used in the last year. So food, we used 6,000 in the last year, and we produced slightly less than we needed. So luckily we bought some, and presumably we had some from the stockpile. So, but if this trend continues, then yeah, we're going to start suffering. We've also, but so far we are producing ever so slightly more than we're using, so that's good. So we definitely need a few more food buildings to sort of bump up this this surplus. But so far, we're producing a little bit more of everything than we're using. Yeah, okay, so that's probably fine. So if we look at the graphs, we can see population of adults, students and children over a year. Let's have a look at, we've been here how long? 12 years now, so let's look at the 10-year one. Yeah, a nice steady increase, and obviously students, we have no students up until about here, and then they start increasing. The important one I want to look at is food. Yeah, spiky things like this are not fantastic, but obviously over the course of a year, particularly with summer and winter, this is what you're gonna see. So if we move this to 10 years, that's sort of what I was worried about. So yeah, we have this big surplus. We even reached, wow, we nearly reached 2,500 at one point, and then it sort of plummeted as we expanded, which is to be expected, but we have to make sure that we mitigate this at some point. Brilliant, we've got a trader coming as well. But I think we'll deal with that next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.